Hello, and welcome back to the More Than Mindset Show. I am still hanging out in Florida. It's getting really warm out here. And I am enjoying the sun and the water and the activities and the movement and thinking about making my way back to Louisiana prior to our big event that is happening in Chicago. So, for those who are listening, and this is in real time, and you are a body worker or a business owner in the wellness industry, and you are interested in seeing what we're doing to help your practitioners, to help your clinics, if you are the practitioner, how to bring in a new modality, make more money. Our massage therapists are averaging $10,000 a month consistently. Very exciting time for us. We have been working towards this for about 8 years. And oh my God, we're seeing so many wins. So get to Chicago. This is going to be one of the biggest CE trainings. And we are going to end it with a mastermind day. So we're going to bring everyone together. We're going to dive in. We're going to do some deep work of how to bring your business up to scale position. Very exciting. Okay. So let me get on with the topic for today, which is responsibility. I want to look at the word, the actions, and also something you may not have considered about responsibility. So I want to do a little double take on it. I've been sitting with this, finding a couple of plays on it and deciding how I'm going to present it to you. And I just made the decision. So here it is. So responsibility and choice. Like when I think of responsibility, I used to think of I have to like grow up, take it on. I've got to do my part. And I've heard it like this, like the ability to respond. It's something that you must do, right? The ability to respond. So something happens and then you're able to go in and do something about it. But I want to look at the other side of that. And that's responsibility and choice. Yes, I choose to be responsible for, and I am able to get that done. Cool. I think we should all agree to take more responsibility. That's beautiful. But I want to look at it from a different perspective. And that is, how are you already responsible for something that you do or don't have? How are you already responsible for something you do or don't have? Like, how is that the effect of, rather than I'm taking responsibility and I'm going to go build this and get this done? It's a little bit different, right? It is as important, if not more important, to look at this side of responsibility because it actually becomes a barrier to what you're trying to take responsibility for. I didn't see this. It's like in coaching, you're kind of peeling the onion, everything's coming up in layers. Well, what am I responsible for? Like when I ask myself the question, or I ask you, what are you responsible for? And you may tell me, oh, I'm responsible for my kids, for cleaning my house, for paying my car, for paying my bills. Great. Love that. Now I'm going to ask you again, what are you responsible for? What have you done or not done that created the result that you have or don't have? Let me give it to you again. What are you responsible for? So just think of one thing in your life right now. Maybe it's a problem you're trying to solve, or maybe it's something you're really proud of. You decide how you want to do this. But just think of one thing that you have, and then think about, how are you responsible for having it? How are you responsible for having it? How did you get it? What did you do in order to get that? That's what I mean by the effect of compared to taking responsibility. So, what am I responsible for? The state of my business right now. Great. What am I responsible for? Being married for 35 years. What am I responsible for? 5 kids who are ethical, moral, responsible. We are responsible for that. We created that. How did I create that? What am I responsible for? How did I create that? So I'm responsible for getting my car. I chose the car. I paid for the car. I decided when to get a car. I decided how to keep up with the car. I decided if it right, like we shouldn't dive into this with the problem that you're trying to solve in your life right now. So most of you are business owners. So either you are trying to get your business to a certain set point, to a certain level, or your business is already at a certain level. So you're trying to stabilize to scale. Either way, just think of what am I responsible for? Oh, getting my business to the point it is right now. Even if that's zero, how can you take responsibility for that? What did you do that your business is at zero? What did you do? This is so beautiful because you will realize that you're at cause and it's so empowering to know that you're in control. Then how did I create that? How did I create that zero? Or how did I create that $1,000,000? How did I create that? You guys, you might want to write this down. So we'll go ahead and get a worksheet for you. So the worksheet will be called responsibility and choice. First question is, what am I responsible for? And then I want you to list out at least 10 things that you have or don't have. But let's just do it. For the worksheet, let's do half. What am I responsible for? I want you to name 10 things in your life that you have. High school graduation. You like have a high school degree, you have a college degree, you have a certain job, you have a certain partner. You would I want you to come up with 10 things I am responsible for attaining these things. Cool. How did I create that result? So I'm responsible for these results. Next question. How did I create that result? An example, been in business for 32 years. How did I create that? I had an idea. I told people about the idea. I put money down on the idea. I started telling people, I started getting people, I started using the equipment myself. I started getting results from it. I got really excited. I was in high momentum. I got more people to come. And when things started to overrun themselves, like when that started going out of style or it wasn't, people didn't want it anymore and they quit doing, then I would add something to it to bring in more momentum, more motivation. I just continued to do that through the entire time. I would just go to the next thing. That's how I created the result of 30 something years in business is I was intuitive. I listened to my customers. I served them to the best degree. I knew I had done everything possible. And then I would switch, I would pivot. I was flexible. So that's how I created that sustainability, that predictability, that profitability. And then recognize. So once you do these two things, which is this is going to be the worksheet. What am I responsible for? So what result do I have? What else? What else? What else? How did I create that result? You take full responsibility for how you did that. And then what you will realize at the very end of this is once you go through the exercise, you will be free to create more of what you want without the barrier of where maybe you did or didn't take responsibility for something. It's really cool because you'll see, oh, I'm responsible for this because I keep doing this. So it might be I need to quit doing this. I need to start doing something else. It might also be like, oh, the barrier is I'm procrastinating. I'm distracting myself. I'm not actually doing the assignment. I'm not following through with what I say I'm going to do. You will realize at the end of this. And guys, if you want coaching, I do coaching on Tuesdays at noon. There's a few other coaching times. I do some hot seat coaching during the month. Fill out the worksheet. That'll put you on the email list, and then the email list will notify you when you can come and be my guest on one of these coach calls. But just know that we do coaching every single week on these things. So what you're getting from the podcast, what you're doing in the worksheet, you can then show up for the class or the coaching call and we can dive in and see what you came up with and help you blow these charges. And what I mean by blow the charge is these barriers or powered by limitation in your psyche, in your mindset. And when you can unravel, unpack, and you can see it, That charge, meaning the emotional binding, that charge will blow, which is going to free you up, your creativity, your energy. You will have more ideas on what else you need to do. You'll have present time awareness. This is how we coach and keep people moving and take them from making no money to making $100,000 to making $1,000,000. These processes are very important. So everything you're hearing on the podcast week after week after week, or what we are doing in application on the coaching calls and in our business community. So you can get all the strategy you want. This is free online. You can go to YouTube, how to build a business. You can download this. You can do everything they say, but you're not going to get anywhere if you have these barriers and these considerations that are confused. There's confusion. 'Cause it's like I keep doing, I keep doing, I keep doing, I'm not getting the result. That's what I hear most of you saying. I keep doing, I don't know how to do it, I don't trust people, I don't know how to run ads, I can't do social media, I don't have time, I'm doing too many things. All of that can be unraveled in this exercise, but you may need some assistance. And so just be okay with, "I need help." Just write that down, "I need help. I need help." And if you feel like you can trust me and my team, then come into the communities and let us help you. Your money is best trusted here. I promise you. There's a lot of things out there, but we are committed. We are certain. We have these processes down pat. We've done them time and time again. I have the most committed team on the planet, I believe, in this sector. So if you're a business person, you don't have the result that you want, do the exercise, follow the pathway, get the worksheet. So sign up, get on the email list, come to one of the calls, get some coaching on this, and even respond to the email and say, "Hey, I want to come as a guest to one of the next calls." So that way I can get your name on the list to make sure that you get an opportunity to work out whatever it is that's in your way. Let us prove to you that this works, that it's possible. But first, you have to take responsibility for being stuck right now. You have to ask yourself that question. Why am I stuck? Why am I not moving? How am I responsible for this? And it might be, I'm scared to invest. I don't want to spend the money. I don't have the money. If I was guaranteed it would come back, then I would do it. All of that could be unraveled in this one exercise. So many of you have a problem with investing because you've invested with the wrong people. And then you set this rule, I'm never going to do that again. And now you have to take responsibility for you said that, you created that situation, and now you can't get help. And now you're stuck. And oh my God, there's so much I want to talk on this. Matter of fact, I'm going to be discussing it on in the next couple of weeks on the coaching call that I'm talking about, because I'm going to unravel this about 4 layers deep. What you got today is really just a basic understanding, but I'm going to take my clients, my students through this, and then we're going to let you guys know publicly what the results of that has been, because I am so excited about this right now. Responsibility and choice. So you're choosing right now. I just invited you. You're going to make the choice no, and you're going to close the door and you're going to stay where you are, or you're going to take responsibility for yes, I'm going to change this. Finally, I'm finally going to change this. I am done with this. I'm going to make the choice to make the change. That's what I'm inviting you right now. That's what I'm inviting you to. So you will accept the invitation by downloading this worksheet. That's how I'll know you said yes. And then you'll respond to the email and you'll come to a coach call. That's how I'll know you said yes, because this is your choice. You'll choose to say yes. You choose to say no. You'll choose to stay stuck. You choose to stay busy. You choose to stay distracted. Or you will choose to blow this for good so that you can go out there and create what you've been wanting to create that you have been stuck in and can't see. These exercises will help you to see it. It will blow the charge so that it's no longer holding you. Because don't you think this emotional stuff, this stuckness feels bigger than you? Because it is. This mindset stuff, it is so powerful. You're like stuck in a spider web. You're stuck in this cobweb. And what we do with through these processes, we just like to open that up so that you can have some freedom so that your wings can flap again. That is what I want to offer to you. You have the choice. Say yes, download the worksheet, come into the coach call, and let us help you. All right. Have a great week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of More Than Mindset.